Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel HiralsWorld, and today yet again I am bringing this another video where I am going to share about how you can move to Canada without LMIA. LMIA is Labor Market Impact Assessment. So it's a basic common misconception that in order to move to Canada on work permit you need LMIA, which we are going to clear out today. So grab a pen and a paper and stay tuned and watch this video until the end to understand how you can move to Canada on work permit with just IELTS score of 5 band, literally 5 band, nothing more, and 1 year of full-time work experience. And this is not an express entry, so stay tuned until the end. But before that, if you're landing on this page for the first time, hi, I'm Hiral Sejpal. I make videos about working abroad, studying abroad, and I live in Canada. So you'll also be finding some of the Canada vlogs on this channel. So Canada has recently gained a lot of popularity in terms of immigration and study options. And of course, why not? Because Canada has everything. It has a beauty, it has amazing people, and it is very well known amongst people because of its easy immigration process. And I'm going to share one such immigration pathway through which you can come to Canada. So let's begin. This program is called Rural and Northern Immigration Program. This program up until now was a pilot program. So Canadian government was just testing out how this is going to work, and the results are so great and so amazing that now this program might turn into like a full-time permanent residency program. So in this video we are going to cover up what is the eligibility criteria, how you can apply for this program, and how you can look for jobs through this program. And again, you do not need a sponsor or you do not need a LMIA. So for those of you who might not know how the immigration process or the work permit works in Canada, usually in order to come to Canada on work permit, so let's say if you're not a student or if you have not got PR but you just want to come here and first start to work, then it's a very lengthy process where you have to first find an employer who is ready to sponsor you, and then they will give you LMIA. And of course those employers needs to prove to the Canadian government that they do not have existing people in Canada who could take up that job, and that's why they are calling you from abroad. Now this entire process is very lengthy, it's very cumbersome, and sometimes it is emotionally and financially draining as well. But in this program that I'm going to share today, all of this process is not needed. All you need to do is you can apply for it on your own and you can go about it from there. So let's first talk about eligibility criteria to qualify for this program. So the number one eligibility criteria is you need 1 year of work experience. That is about 1560 hours of work. Now, one of the very good things about this program is you do not need that 1 year of continuous work experience from one employer only. If you're applying for the express entry permanent residency, then you need 1 year of continuous full-time work experience from some employer. But here, it could be broken down and it could be from different employers. But again, there should not be any gaps in your employment. But let's say if you were working for a company from January to May, and then you started working for a B company from May and until maybe July, then that's okay. As far as that entire work experience counts towards 1 year, that's all that you need. The second criteria is IELTS, or the language requirement. Now, this is the program where it's not a point-based program. So in permanent residency, what usually happens is that on the basis of your IELTS scores, your total points are calculated. But here, all you need is to prove to the government that you have good English, and in order to qualify for this program, all you need is general IELTS 5 band. If you have not watched my how I scored band 9 on 9 in IELTS, then I'm going to link it up here and also in the description box below, so feel free to check it out. Yes, I scored band 9 on 9, and I hope, like, by using some of the tips and tricks from that video, you might be able to score 5 band, and 5 band is really minimal and it's quite possible. The third eligibility criteria that you need is you need your education credentials assessment. Now, this education credential assessment can be done through different agencies. One of the best ones that I would recommend is WES. So when I wanted to get certified as a registered dietitian in Canada, I also had to go through, despite studying in Canada, I also had to go through education credential assessments, and I use WES services. So WES is one of it, but I will also be linking few other sites below. All of them them will do pretty much similar. So all you need to do is like send in your educational documents, and they will convert it into Canadian equivalents, and then they will see that in, like, let's say your Indian degree, how it is transferred in Canada and at what level you are. So for example, let's say in India you did postgraduate diploma, and then when you are getting an education credential assessment, is that postgraduate diploma converted into Canadian diploma? That is what they are going to tell. Usually if you have studied like a bachelor's degree, then usually it is transferable, but like in terms of diplomas, it could be a little bit lower than what you have studied in your country. So let's say if you have studied PGDM, which is postgraduate diploma, then sometimes it might just come out to be like a certificate course in Canadian equivalents. So I'm going to put those links below, and you have to get the credentials done before you apply under this program. These credentials have to be equivalent to the high school diploma in Canadian equivalent. So let's say even if you have studied in some university, and like, you know, you just completed your bachelor's degree with like minimum percentage with like, let's say less than 50%, then sometimes the equivalence might just come to be, let's say, Canadian high school diploma, and that is okay. So the minimum criteria in order to qualify for this program you need is high school diploma in Canadian equivalency. And the last eligibility requirement is that you need to have a settlement fund of 9,162 settlement funds available in your bank. So you need to show, which is again less than than what you would need for express entry PR. I think for express entry PR you have to show about $13,000 to $15,000 in your bank account. Now here it is less because of course you're coming here on work permit and you're going to start your work right away. Now one of the things is that you cannot show that this money is coming from someone else. It has to be sitting in your bank account, and it has to come from your own account, so that you are able to prove that you are able to support yourself or your family whenever you are here. And in order to show this funds, it can be in the form of your stocks or your investments or your bank account. So basically it has to be under your name. It could be a fixed deposit, it could be anything, and it has to be for 6 months. So let's say if you are holding a stock, then like it has to be for like about 6 months in your savings account or in your demat account. Okay, so this was about the eligibility criteria. Now let's talk about the process. How is the process going to work? So the very first step is, of course, you have to like gather all your documents and make sure that you're ready to go. Now after this, you have to apply through a community. So what it means is, like, you know, there are different rural northern communities across Canada, and it could be in any province. So you have to go on their website and meet the community requirements. Now I'm going to link all those websites below. So all of these websites or all of these communities qualify under this program. So basically what you have to do is, like, let's say you are interested in moving to Ontario. So you have to go and check under Ontario link and look through what are the requirements like. So under that community, what kinds of jobs are available. Even the community specific requirements could be different. So let's say they might say that you have to have like 2 years of hospitality experience because they have an available job in the hospitality industry. So those kinds of requirements are what is listed under community requirements, and those could be different for each province and each community. And as much as I would like to cover all of them over here, it's not possible for me to put all of it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the links below. There are about 11 communities across Canada that host this program, and I came across so many jobs within those communities. Like they are basic level job, for example, front desk office job, or hospitality jobs, or like, you know, childcare jobs. So I think it's best for you to look through which community you're interested in, and of course find a job that is suitable in your area. Remember that this job must be in relation to the experience that you're showing. So let's say if you show that you have hospitality experience for about 1 year in different companies, it's okay. But in total, like let's say you have had a front desk job in a hotel, then it should be for 1 year, and then you must find a job related to that in the community. Now you must be asking, like, what does it mean by community eligibility? So well, all it means is that the community will go through your application. It will decide whether or not you fit within their criteria or not, and you are assessed on the basis of 3 things. First is your intention of staying in that community for long. Second is whether there is a genuine opportunity within that community to get you hired within the job that you are applying for. And third is the economic needs of that community. So what kind of things do they need? Again, right, like there's a rural and northern. So what it means is like rural communities across Canada, where IRCC is trying to draw more power, where they are trying to like kind of get more and more talent. That's why this pilot program is in place. So basically Canadian government wants to invest in those rural communities so that there is more talent and there is more people who are ready to settle within that community. The other thing is, if you're confused about the process, because if you look through it, it is kind of confusing. So the first step is of course to check whether you're meeting all the eligibility requirement or not. Then you have to find a job. Find a job from the links that I have put below, and then after that you have to apply to the community for the recommendation. And basically what that means is like that, okay, hi, I have like, so it's more like a SOP that you're writing to let them know that why you are interested in their community. So make sure that you do good research about their community and understand what is it that's needed or what is it that they are looking for. And of course, do not forget to mention your intention of staying within that community, because that's something that counts a lot. This is one of the best work permit cum permanent residence program that is available right now. So I hope that you liked this video, and I hope that there is some clarity. And if you have more questions about the program or just in general about Canada, feel free to put them in the comment section below. Please do subscribe to this channel, and please don't forget to like and share this video. It means a lot to me. And thank you once again for watching. Be happy, and I'll see you next time.